hello, I'm gonna be teaching someone how to freaking take notes on competitive Pokemon, because that's.
Hi, I'm the person who's gonna be learning.
Yeah, it's Paige. Hello.
And I'm here too, I guess.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great show.
This will be fun. Or maybe it will be absolutely horrible. Who knows?
Oh my
Who
God.
knows, to be honest.
Anyways, I think the first thing, obviously, to go over is typings. But I assume you're a lot more educated than some people, like when it comes to like Pokemon. So like, I assume you know all your typings.
So,
You believe so?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay, so then off the bat, what is Kartana's type?
Grass, fuck. I know it's grass something.
Uh-huh. What's the other type?
You're being quizzed on this.
This is the first lesson!
Yeah, it is the first lesson, I know.
You should have studied.
It's a pop quiz.
Should have studied.
Grass and gummies.
Oh my God. You're
I
evil.
couldn't even hear what they said.
They said...
Oh, I just fucking remembered. Grass and steel.
Correct. Okay. Alright, anyways, moving on. So...
That took a bit too long.
Yeah, that did take a little long. But anyways, so... I think it's pretty sure, like, you know all your typing. So, I guess the first thing to go over, obviously, is, like, the base stats. Like, you see here that Landorus here is a physical attacker, judging by its stats. Now, let's see. I guess the next thing to go over is... okay, so you know how natures work. Do you know how natures work, right?
Slightly into them.
Okay.
I know that they change stats, I believe.
Okay, they change the stats by 10%. So for example, you see a Jolly Nature, it'll decrease special attack by 10%, but it'll increase speed by 10%.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Take those notes. Let's see. Moving on. So judging from the stats here, what is Thundurus supposed to be?
Special attacker. I'm gonna guess.
Duh. Yeah, no, of course. Okay, so, let's see, what else? I guess we can go over abilities now. So, you can see here, obviously, Landorus has Intimidate. Like, some abilities, like, are really hard to remember, but, like, and some abilities are, like, really hard to prep against. So, like, for example, say you have something like... Urshifu, Unseen Fist. By the way, Unseen Fist makes it so it can hit through Protect. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. As for all these guys, though, like aside from you, so pressure, like it makes it so it can take 2 PP instead of 1, whereas Inner Focus will make it so not only will it be immune to flinching, but in this generation in particular now, it is also immune to Intimidate. So yeah, you gotta be careful when it comes to like Pokemon like this. Let's see, another one, I guess Thick Fat here, it makes it so it's a little more resistant to fire and ice. Yeah, I guess that's that. Next here, obviously, are moves. Oh god. Okay, so a lot of Pokemon can run a lot of moves. I don't know if you can tell.
Yes.
Like, let's use these two Tyranitar's for example. So you see this one has Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Iron Head, and Ice Punch.
Yeah.
But then you have this, where you can still run Ice Punch, but then you have a different set of moves. So this is meant to be an Assault Vest set, even though I have barely any bulk, even though I barely have any bulk in this whatsoever. But, yeah. It's just... And a freaking motorcycle's passing by. Great job. Let's see.
Thanks for interrupting the class.
Word video, Mr. Motorcycle Guy, whoever you are.
Okay.
Make your own video.
Anyways, so off the top of your head, I'm actually gonna quiz you right now again. Okay.
Oh.
So what does the ability Moxie do?
I've seen Moxie before. It's just I've forgotten what it does.
Okay, so from what I'm seeing, it's clear that you're not on like up to date to your abilities. So yeah, Kendo got it correct. It increases strength after every. Well, not actually. That's incorrect. You got half of it right. Maybe you can use that as a hint? Question mark.
This-
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tell me an answer now. Okay, you got it wrong.
I'm
Wrong.
sorry.
Okay, so Moxie
Sorry.
increases
I
attack.
should've known.
It increases attack after every KO. So.
Oh, I see. Yes. Now I remember.
Fuck. Alright. This is. Okay. Here's another one. What does the ability Sheer Force do? I'll give you 10 seconds again.
Sir, I have anxiety.
Okay, you're wrong. Anyways, move on. Move on.
Thank you.
Well, Kendo, I guess you get half a point because Sheer Force, it increases the power of secondary attack moves with secondary effects, but it removes those secondary effects. So that does sound a little complicated, but hear me out. Get this. So Poison Jab has a chance to poison, correct? I think you know that, right?
Yeah.
But with Sheer Force, Poison Jab's power is going to be boosted, but it can't poison. Ever.
I see.
Same thing goes for like anything like Ice Beam. So like usually Ice Beam has a 10% chance to flinch. Ice Beam's power will be boosted, but it will never freeze.
Oh, I see. So it's like a give and
Yeah.
take system.
And here's a fun little trivia fact. Did you know that Sheer Force also prevents Life Orb damage?
Oh, so that's why it's running
With those
natural.
specific secondary like effect moves. Like so if you used like Nidoking with Sheer Force and it had Earthquake with a Life Orb, then it would still take damage. But
So that's why it's got a life orb on it.
I think this is pretty easy. What does Sandstream do?
That makes a sandstorm.
Correct. Well, that was pretty fun. Okay. What does... Ooh, this is gonna be fun. What does Multiscale do?
That one's new to me, I apologize.
Kendo's freaking out. Kendo's absolutely freaking out. I think I had it. But, yeah, you're having fun here. Yeah, you're having fun here. Anyways, so... You don't have to be silenced, you know. Reduces damage
Oh, well, I don't know.
when it's at
But,
full
like,
HP.
There's
Correct.
people trying to hide.
That's correct. So Kendo got it right. Points for Kendo there.
They did.
But yeah, it's just as Kendo says. Reduces damage when you're at full HP. Okay.
I see.
So now here's another thing. Like obviously, in this game in particular, Dynamax is a huge component when it comes to like battles. So it makes some Pokemon viable. It makes others unviable. Say for example, Incineroar, for example. I'll just go to my like this team here that I use a lot. So some Pokemon that I would advise to Dynamax, not as soon as possible, but when you see a good opportunity, is Tapu Fini, Physical Thundurus, Landorus, and Heatran. Cresselia and Incineroar are not very good Dynamax Dynamax like Pokemon just because like they don't have too much that they can take advantage of. So yeah, and plus it's just, yeah, they just don't have that much power. Even especially like Incineroar and like Sun and using Flip. Like, to be fair, it could be doing a bit of damage, but the same can't be said for Cresselia. To be honest, I always use Gigantamax Cinderace. Gigantamax Cinderace is great, especially since it can like change its ability, assuming it does have Libero. Okay. And side note, we're going over doubles and stuff, so I guess which one do you want to go over first? Do you want to go over singles or doubles first?
Which one would be better for a beginner to learn in first?
I think singles would be better for someone to learn.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the deal. You notice that like my box here says OU, right? Like the same goes for here. These are Pokemon that can only be used in OU and above.
Yes.
There are tiers in this specific thing called Smogon.
Smogon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna list it from highest to lowest, aside from Uber and AG, because those are kind of crazy. But anyways, these are the tiering runs from OU to PU. OU is the standard format and PU is not so standard. So these are all OU Pokemon. And what Pokemon in particular do you want to ask about that doesn't seem like it would fit, but I'll tell you why. Is there one specific one?
Name. Sorry, I should know the name.
Okay, you can also tell me like which row and then which row and like which Pokemon in that row. So like,
oh no,
say,
I'm going onto my Pokédex to remember.
No, so like say for example like the third row and then the fifth Pokemon. So I'd go to Tapu Koko. So like which one?
Hold on, I'm Corviknight. That's the name.
Corviknight. So right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. This thing is actually super annoying when it comes to defensive teams, because Stall was running around like crazy, especially when Dracovish got banned to Ubers. So Clefable...
Dracovish got banned, not Dracovish.
Yeah, Dracovish got banned because it was far too powerful. Because it was far too powerful for the tier. So I think that's a win. So
they couldn't handle the Dracovish.
Anyways, so the reason why Corviknight is so good is because it forms a great core with Clefable. Now usually Clefable runs Teleport, but I don't. So anyways, but it's good alongside like Teleport Clefable because it gives like a free switch in, because Clefable gives a free switch into any Pokemon, and when it's like a defensive Pokemon is needed, then Corviknight's there and it can roost off. It can switch into something that can beat Clefable. Say for example, like I don't know, Tapu Fini, Excadrill, Tyranitar. Yeah, Corviknight checks a lot of stuff, and it also has like recovery as well, great recovery, and it's a great defensive typing as well. So
See.
Honestly, that was kind of a messy description. Is it bad that my Cinderace has Fire Punch? Because I have seen in Smogon that 3 of my moves are perfect for it. Yes, because Fire Punch is not the strongest option that you can use, because you have Pyro Ball right there.
It's literally right there.
Yeah, anyways, so it has Pyro Ball. Then why are you using Fire Punch alongside it? It has 2 fire moves? Use another type of move. Oh my golly. Alright. No. Oh my gosh. Alright, anyways, so the next thing is when it comes to the Isle of Armor tutor moves. So, for example, I don't know if you've seen these moves before, but for example, Garchomp here, it may look standard at first, but then you see Scale Shot.
Oh yeah.
So Scale Shot, what that does, and I assume you don't know what it does.
Yeah,
Okay,
you'd be correct in thinking that.
So Scale Shot is a new move. It's a new Dragon type move where it doesn't do that much damage, and it can also hit like multiple times. But those hits can miss on their own. But when the second land hits, it will lower your defense but raise your speed. And it's perfect for a Swords Dance user like Garchomp. Now, to be fair, it kind of doesn't like how it needs to set up like twice, but when it does, it kind of goes crazy. So, I don't think Dragapult gets Scale Shot, unless it does and I'm an idiot. Which, the latter is probably the case, but I can check anyway, so... Dragapult...
You're my teacher, you're not an idiot!
Oh, that's true. Anyways, let's check out
Brandon is
Dragapult.
good teacher.
Let's check out Scale Shot on this thing. Update, it does not get Scale Shot, so...
Huh?
Yeah, Dragapult does not get Scale Shot. So...
Okay.
That's kinda... Honestly, it's kinda thankful for some people, but others still don't like it because it has a stupid move called freaking Dragon Darts, which it can hit like multiple times.
Oh, God, I remember Dragon Dots.
Yeah. And here's another thing. In the tiering run, I talked about how Dracovish was banned to Ubers, correct?
Yeah.
There are some Pokemon that get banned, but also like move down, but that's not usually the case. Say for example, let's see, I'll give you this here. So, we'll go to you because like you actually have the move. So here's the deal. Black Kyurem, I'll just go to you right now. Black Kyurem was OU for the longest time. It was OU in its introductory generation, which is Gen 5. It was still OU for Gen 6, and the same goes for Gen 7. Now, can you tell me why do you think that despite those beastly stats, the 170 attack stat, why do you think that Black Kyurem was OU for those specific generations?
Stability?
It's not its ability.
Ah, I see.
I'm gonna give you guys 3 chances. So you wasted 1 page. Its
really?
moves.
I mean, I
okay,
can't
okay,
answer because
Kendo.
I know
Okay,
nothing about Pokemon.
okay, Kendo, you're on to something there. It has something to do with its moves. I really do feel like a teacher. What the hell?
I told you.
Is it fun to be the teacher?
Not really.
Oh.
Yeah, at least I can teach people. It can learn some of Zekrom's moves, right? Okay, here's the thing. It can, but that's not the reason why it stayed OU. So, you two have like 2 chances left.
Was it? Sorry, I'm mumbling
Its
to
learn set,
myself.
again, it does have something to do with its learn set. I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with its stab moves.
Okay.
Whew, goodness me, I wish I had water in here right now.
Water's nice.
Unfortunately, I don't. Gosh. Drinking stinky. Don't drink, kids. Dehydrate. What is wrong with you? I'm guessing it either has a good special attack move or a normal attack. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you one more chance, Kendo. Paige, you still have another two,
Yeah.
but please make it fast.
I'm sorry.
You know what we can also do? We can also swap over to Smogon and check out Kyurem Black there.
Was there not enough physical moves?
Okay, that's big. That is a very good guess. That is a very good guess.
I wasn't even looking at anything. That was really just me thinking.
That is a
Wow.
very, very, very good guess. So you see its moveset, right? Does it have so many
Yeah.
good stab moves? It's not that it has so many good stab moves. It actually is lacking in one of them. So which one is it lacking in? Reminder that Black Kyurem has 170
Ice Punch?
attack. Okay,
Is it Ice Punch?
here's the deal. It's okay, I'm just gonna say it outright. It
Okay.
never had a good ice type stab move. It never
So
had.
I was onto something.
Yeah, it never had a good physical ice type move. So, yeah.
Icicle Crush?
Nope. So here's the deal.
Damn.
Here's the deal. I'm just gonna go through the history of Black Kyurem. No, Icicle Crash is physical. So
Oh, it
in
is physical. Okay.
in
good.
Black and White and X and Y, Black Kyurem couldn't really use any good ice type stab, or that was physical at least. So it stuck with Ice Beam. But obviously you want to use something with your special, or not special, your physical attack with 170 attack. But then in Gen 7, it kind of got something, but not by much. It got ICMZ so it could actually abuse Freeze Shock ICMZ to get a very powerful Sub-Zero Slammer. But that all
Yeah, I
changed.
see.
Okay, and it was still OU. Despite all that, it was still OU. But that all changed when Gen
surprised.
8 attacked. That all changed
Attacked?
when Gen 8 attacked. Because a lot of Pokemon were buffed in this generation.
Yeah.
Very few Pokemon were nerfed, such as Hydreigon not normally learning Roost, Incineroar didn't normally learn Knockoff, but a lot of Pokemon got buffed. Black Kyurem, or like Kyurem being one of them. And it got a very crucial buff. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but if you go back to the, or I guess at this point we might as well go to the Sun and Moon page. But if you notice here, Black Kyurem doesn't have a good setup move.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Black Kyurem does not have a good setup move. But what move do you think it got in Gen 8? I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with its attack stat.
Was it
It's a setup move. I'll give you a hint.
okay, setup move.
So something like Quiver Dance, you know?
Okay. Would a setup move be considered like something like what is it called? Spikes, for example?
That would be considered a hazard move.
Ah. See, I
So-
get them interchanged sometimes.
Yeah, I got you. But to be fair, it is kind of confusing when people say they want to set up stealth rocks. You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, should I just say it right now?
I'm not sure if you want to or anything.
Okay, I know Kendo's BRB right now, but okay, so Black Kyurem or Kyurem, I guess, got what it wanted and what it didn't really need, which was a physical ice type move and Dragon Dance.
Oh, I see.
So basically, it has, not to mention, here's another thing, good move combinations are absolutely astounding to have. So for example, you see Bolt Beam being mentioned a lot, because those cover like so many types. Whatever Thunderbolt can't hit, Ice can. So like say for example, Icicle Spear, like it's like Kyurem Black's most powerful move is probably Icicle Spear, especially when boosted by Dragon Dance, and it can take out so many Pokemon, because it has this 170 attack, it has a physical ice type move, which is exactly what it wanted, and it gets a setup move. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what got it banned to the Uber tier.
Goes back, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So we basically just talked about like freaking Black Kyurem. Just to, this is like, I feel like people just going BRB. It's sort of similar to like people going to the bathroom in like their breaks, you know?
Oh yeah.
Why did I get?
Excuse me, Mr. Brand
For fuck's sake.
and Mr. whatever Brandon's last name is. Could I use the bathroom, please?
Go the hell ahead. Anyways, make it short. It is. Okay, so basically, the reason why Black Kyurem got banned is because, in the past few generations, it never got a physical ice type move. But in Gen 8, they changed that, and it also was given Dragon Dance, so it was banned.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, that was fun. Anyways, so it
That's
got.
what you meant by setup move.
Yeah, so it got Dragon Dance and Icicle Spear. So that was what got it banned. Not to mention it has Fusion Bolt as well. So Bolt Beam free Bolt Beam coverage, physical, coming from 170 attack, and it can be boosted by a Life Orb, a Choice Band, or whatever. But if you're using Choice Band, you wouldn't use Dragon Dance. So, anyways, yeah, that's why it got banned. Now, funnily enough, Black Kyurem got retested in OU when the Isle of Armor came out, and then it was banned again because it was far too powerful for the tier. And actually, it also got banned like in early Sword Shield. It was banned in conjunction with Melmetal, but Melmetal was the difference between Black Kyurem and Melmetal being in Ubers is that Melmetal was a shit Pokemon in there. So, but the thing is, like, it was stuck in that limbo of being far too good for OU, but also bad for Ubers. Now it's back to OU because like power creep from Crown Tundra pushed it back down. So yeah, it's pretty much like back here, and it's kind of wreaking havoc. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's really, really strong. It's really, really strong. But then, like, because it checks a lot of strong Pokemon, such as like Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini without and then Tapu Lele without Focus Blast. I almost said Tapu Fini with Focus Blast. What the heck? It doesn't get that move. But obviously, it can't function by itself. So it needs like some Pokemon to help function, such as like Landorus T, for example. So anyways. Now here's some Pokemon that a lot of people don't really talk about. Like, we're gonna go to the UU tier and below. Like, these are some examples of like Pokemon that are in like UU. You can use them in OU, but you can't use them in like tiers below. So like Like you see Salamence here, you can use it in UU and OU, but you cannot use it in RU and below. Because it's far too strong for that. And then... this Pokemon, man. This Pokemon is just evil. Because you see Ironhead and Serene Grace, it doubles the chance of flinching. So it has a 60% chance to flinch its target with Ironhead. And couple that with Thunder Wave, and you get the most evil Pokemon on Earth.
So I could technically make something really evil.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because I have a shiny one of that, right? In my team.
Now, here, on the other hand, we get the Uber Pokemon, because... Wait, how do you even get Jirachi? I guess Pokemon Home and stuff. But anyways, so... yeah, from past games, pretty much. Or from Pokemon Go, because you can get it in Pokemon Go. Anyways, so, onto the Uber tier. This is such a mess, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, onto the Uber tier. These are hosted for some of the most powerful Pokemon, here. So, like, it's obvious that Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Yveltal, Zygarde, Giratina, Mewtwo, and all that would be stupidly powerful and get banned immediately. But then you have some Pokemon such as regular Landorus. Now
I see.
Now you may wonder, like, well, what makes it different from Therian Landorus? The difference is that you see, Landorus Therian has Intimidate, which is a pretty decent ability for singles. While on the other hand, Landorus Incarnate has Sheer Force. I remember how I talked about like Sheer Force making Nidoking really strong, right?
Yeah.
Basically, it's sort of the same thing here, except Landorus was far too powerful for OU, and it got swiftly banned. And I'm pretty sure Naganadel was also tested in OU, in Sword and Shield. Definitely in Sun and Moon, but I don't know about Sword Shield. Another thing is that Dugtrio was also banned to Ubers. Of all Pokemon, Dugtrio was banned.
Oh, Dugtrio.
And a lot of people hate seeing this Pokemon. Or at least hated seeing this Pokemon in OU.
I would too.
And the reason why is because...
Better than regular school.
Yeah, the reason why is because of its ability, Arena Trap. The reason why is because Arena Trap is exactly how it sounds. It traps the opposing Pokemon. And...
Okay.
The deal is, here's another thing. I remember I watched a video about Wobbuffet, and that was banned to Ubers at some point, in both Gen 3 and 4, but it got moved back down to OU, or because stuff happened. But anyways, basically, Dugtrio technically had no counters. And the reason why is because we have to really get into Smogon's terms of what a counter is. A counter is basically something that can switch into the Pokemon that it's trying to defeat, take a hit, and then beat it as well. By definition, Dugtrio had zero counters because nothing could switch in or out. So, yeah. And fun fact, another thing, in Gen 3, this applied to both Wobbuffet and Wynot, meaning Wynot is the only non-fully evolved Pokemon that was banned to Ubers. So, yeah. And then some Pokemon such as Marshadow here, which I named Sephiroth, by the way.
Oh, Sephiroth.
Marshadow was also tested for OU in Sun and Moon, but that was also banned because it was too powerful, obviously. But yeah, I think you get the gist here. Like, some Pokemon are really strong, some Pokemon are not so good, and then, you know. So, and then here's another thing. We're gonna go back to singles for a little more time, but here's the deal. Some Pokemon like being in cores. I mentioned Clefable and Corviknight just now, right? Here's the thing. Have you heard of a fire, water, grass core?
I think so. Slightly.
The reason why, see you later, other me. The reason why is because
the fake
they cover. The reason why is because they cover a lot of types, and when I say a lot of types, I mean very well. Especially when it comes to like the moves that they're running. So, Pelipper here is a great example of a good water type. I mean, obviously you could use Toxapex as well with Ferrothorn, but Pelipper here is a great water type Pokemon. Now what makes it great? It has Drizzle, and that sets up Rain. Now, this may seem weird, but Volcarona fits pretty decently on like rain teams of all things, because you don't just because like it's a fire type doesn't mean you need to run a fire type move. For example, Volcarona here, it actually gets Hurricane, so you could run that over Flamethrower for 100% accurate, boosted by a Quiver Dance, Volcarona, and it could just wreak havoc on a lot of I guess grass types that try and deal with rain teams. The same thing goes for Tornadus, and in fact Tornadus here, Tornadus Therian is a much better user of Hurricane admittingly than Volcarona, because, you know, Volcarona's not really seen on rain teams because fire typing, but yeah. And then another Pokemon good with Pelipper is Ferrothorn, because the rain covers up its fire weakness, and it can also set up hazards very easily, and basically annoy the opposing team. All the while, Pelipper needs to be the backing bone. It needs to be played very defensive from what I know, because you want to keep the rain as long as you can, especially when you have Damp Rock. So, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Are you writing this stuff down?
I'm not sure. I'm trying my best to, but I'm not sure exactly what to write down.
That's fine. That's fine. You can take more notes when like the video goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Anyways.
video is uploaded.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyways, next, another very popular core is the Dragon Steel Fairy core. So,
Okay.
so here's the deal. Dragon types, and here's another thing, like, the core used to be Dragon Steel Water, because water covered up a lot of weaknesses for Dragon. But now it's Dragon Steel Fairy, because again, they cover each other's weaknesses super well. Say for example, Hydreigon and Aegislash, they cover each other. They cover each other's weaknesses perfectly. I guess Aegislash can switch into ice type moves that Hydreigon has trouble dealing with, especially fairy type moves as well. And in return, Hydreigon can switch into ground type moves, anything like fire, dark, ghost. It's super good defensively.
Let's see.
The same thing can apply to, I guess, Tapu Fini here. Just, you don't need to run, like, Dragon Stab on Hydreigon when you're using Tapu Fini. So, because, like, Draco Meteor is weakened by Misty Surge. So, yeah, that's fun. Let's see. Ooh, right, Magearna. Magearna's another really good Pokemon, and I think currently it's OU at the moment. I think it's still OU at the moment. But people do not like seeing this Pokemon because it is so overbearingly strong. So, huh?
Sorry, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, okay, alright. It's alright, it's alright.
Sorry.
Now, the reason why is because it has its ability Soul Heart, and coupled that with Choice Specs, you get a very scary sweeper, I guess.
Okay.
I wouldn't say a sweeper, actually. It just punches holes. Now, do you guys know what Soul Heart is?
No.
Well, it's obvious that it's an ability.
I'll give you a hint. It's similar to Moxie.
Okay, so it does something like Moxie. Considering that Megiana definitely looks like a special attacker, I'd say it has something to do with that.
Pretty much, yeah. That's that. So after every Pokemon that is KO'd, in front of Megiana, whether it's by Megiana or not, its special attack will be raised by 1 stage. So
Got it right.
yeah, pretty much that. Okay, so I think you got the gist of singles down. Now as for doubles, the strategy, yeah, I know, right? The strategy is going to change a little bit. So you're going to notice here, there's a lot of Pokemon that you don't usually see in singles. Now, to be fair, I don't use a lot of these Pokemon, but you'll notice here that a lot of these Pokemon carry Protect.
Yeah, the majority of them seem to.
Yeah, the reason why is because the last thing that you want to do, the last thing that you want to happen to you in a doubles game is be double targeted.
Ah, yes.
So you use Protect to ensure that you'll not get hit by that, I guess.
Okay.
So let me go to one of my teams really quick. So I'll use this Trick Room team for example. So here is an interesting set of moves. I'll just go through them one by one. So Dusclops here is the Trick Room setter. It has Will-O-Wisp so it can burn physical attackers and have their physical power, you know. Nightshade is just for damage, and then Bulldoze is actually a really good tech because in Trick Room, the slowest Pokemon go first. So a fun thing that a lot of people have been doing as of recently is they've been using Bulldoze on their own Pokemon to make them slower so they can move first. And this especially works well in conjunction with Weakness Policy Rhyperior, which it doesn't take that much damage from Bulldoze. It can activate a Weakness Policy because Bulldoze is super effective on it, and it can launch highly powerful stab moves in Rock Slide and high horsepower, as well as unleash a great support move. So say like Fire Punch, you get Ice Punch, you know?
Okay, I see.
And obviously it's not limited to, you don't have to be limited to like Trick Room Pokemon. Say for example Togekiss, you can make it easier for Dusclops to set up Trick Room because Follow Me exists. You can make it so do you know how Follow Me works? In a doubles format.
Not in a doubles format, no.
So Follow Me in the doubles format makes it so all targets will take aim only at the user.
Oh, right.
So
yes.
so the Pokemon that use Follow Me will be attacked a lot.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'm gonna guess that tanks would have that move.
Yeah, Kendo, you got it right. I wouldn't say Togekiss is exactly a tank, but you can build it to be a really good tank. So
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of tanks, Ferrothorn is another really good tank. There's actually a really defensive Ferrothorn. Especially like sure it has like offensive moves, but it does have the ability to go Dynamax and increase its special defense with Bulldoze and defense with Gyro Ball. And Power Whip makes it so it can summon grassy terrain. When it's Dynamax, obviously, it can use Max Overgrowth to set up grassy terrain and recover HP with its grounded teammates. And to be fair, you do heal your grounded opponents as well, but hey, some HP is better than none, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so next here is another Follow Me user. You'll notice there's quite a bit of Follow Me because Dusclops does have a little bit of trouble setting up Trick Room, mostly because it's usually taunt bait. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
I
here,
like how it's named Nikon.
yeah. Anyways, so that's just that, and then Gastrodon here is this set in particular is kind of annoying because
Oh, yeah.
you have basic stab moves and then recover. And by the way, as Esam said, recover is rude. Recover is
Yeah,
rude.
I've experienced that pain a couple times myself.
Yeah. Now here's another thing. This does apply to singles as well, but you have to be very wary of the metagame because Landorus is one of the best. Yeah, the metagame is basically like what Pokemon are good, what Pokemon are not good, what Pokemon are gimmicks, what Pokemon aren't gimmicks and actually can be used. Say for example, Incineroar is one of the best Pokemon in the doubles format because it has.
And in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's lower tier in that
game.
Anyways, it has Fake Out, it has Intimidate, it has a switch out move in Parting Shot, it has a way to lower special attack in Snarl, and it can be annoying like as much as it can. And it can form an Intimidate chain with Landorus, which is another great Pokemon in doubles. Because again, it has Intimidate, but it can also switch into ground type moves that Incineroar doesn't really like handling. So yeah, the same thing goes for Thundurus, but unlike Landorus, it can't really intimidate. But it does love to be intimidated because of Defiant.
Okay.
Now, do you know what Defiant does?
Okay, I'm gonna do my tactic that I did last time.
I'll just show you right now.
So it seems very speed/attack based. So
I don't know if you noticed, but the ability Defiant description is literally right below it.
Oh my god, I'm a dumbass.
You idiot.
I really.
It's okay, we're all stupid.
Kendo, you're making me feel worse.
Anyways, so read the description of it.
Boost the Pokemon attack stat sharply when its stats are lowered. Okay. So that's why it's attack based.
Yeah, so why does it like being intimidated?
Because it lowers its stat and it highes the attack stat by 1.
Actually by 2, but because of Intimidate, it will be just +1.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much that. And speaking of math, there is a lot of math in Pokemon.
Oh, not my strong suit.
So see, for example, here, Cresselia has pretty low speed. It has 157 speed. Well, to be fair, these guys are at level 100, so this wouldn't be very accurate. But in actual competitive play, the speed stats are even lower. Now, considering that a lot of Pokemon in this metagame are pretty fast at the moment, sometimes Trick Room is pretty necessary. But if you're going against something that you know is much slower than you, say for example Gastrodon with 86 speed, Ferrothorn with 52 speed, I don't think you would want to go for Trick Room on that, because now you're making them go first. So yeah, you gotta be very wary of the metagame around you. And again, like good Pokemon such as like Landorus, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Urshifu is making a rise at the moment. Regigigas, of all Pokemon, is actually making a rise as well because of Wheezing neutralizing gas. So
I was gonna say, I'm actually starting to build a team now.
that's funny. Actually, you know what? I might as well go through this team one by one because like it's really it's a pretty nice team. So this Cresselia is actually an offensive Cresselia, which is very different from the norm as they're usually built to be bulky. So this does a lot more damage than it usually does. It's got Levitate, and it's got, again, a lot of these Pokemon have Protect, but yeah, Trick Room here, and it has Psychic and Ice Beam to deal with like Landorus and Garchomp, and at times Flygon, which by the way, I really want to build a team around Flygon at some point.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, anyways. Next is Heatran. It has Heat Wave as a nice stab move. It has Earth Power for coverage because Flash Cannon is not a very good offensive type. So, and then Substitute is like used. Here's the deal. Substitute is very scary, especially on Heatran, because like imagine a scenario like this. You get really scared that because you don't have a great switch into Heatran, imagine. So let's say you have like a Ferrothorn and you have something that's weak to fire in the back. You're very tempted to use Protect there, right?
Oh yeah.
But what if it goes for Substitute?
Then that's a move wasted.
It's not that it's a move wasted, because don't get me wrong, of course it is.
Wait.
But it's not. It is a move wasted, but you also just gave it a free turn to set up.
True, yeah.
So now you have 2 layers of Pokemon to break through. It's Substitute and the Pokemon itself.
Yeah.
And that can be really, really, really scary.
Yeah.
But, anyways, speaking of really scary, we got this Intimidator. These 2 are actually Intimidators.
I'm sorry, but the name Yum made me laugh.
The name isn't very scary though. But anyways, are my Riolu and Ditto okay? They haven't produced any eggs. Riolu is a baby Pokemon. It can't make eggs. It has to be a Lucario. Anyways, so obviously this thing has a Figgy Berry, and this thing has its very famed Fake Out. It's got Parting Shot, and it's really good at using it, by the way. It's got a basic stab move in Flare Blitz and Snarl. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Landorus here. This is an Assault Vest Landorus, so it's going to be pretty bulky on the special side, which, by the way, you notice its special defense is not the greatest. And it's got Earth Power, Rock Slide, U-Turn, and Superpower. The deal is with this thing in particular, it's usually a Pokemon that you want to Dynamax. So, Earthquake in particular, like Max Quake, actually raises its special defense, and couple that with Intimidate, it's going to be really, really nice for you, because you're going to be a very, very bulky Landorus, and that's not something that a lot of people like to see. So, and not to mention, you also have a U-Turn, which I think I don't remember what the bug type Dynamax move is called, but it lowers special attack, and it's really, really annoying. And one last thing, Superpower, it raises Flutterby, yeah. It raises Max Knuckle raises your Pokemon's attack stat, so you can build a ton of boosts with like another physical attacker. Say for example, like I guess Thundurus here, for example, which I guess we'll go to next. It's very scary when it has a Defiant boost. I'm just gonna say right now. Obviously.
Is it now?
And it has basic stabs in Wild Charge and Fly. Now, Fly may seem like a really weird move to have, especially in like a doubles match, because the reason why most people didn't really think that Fly is gonna be a good move is because it's a 2-turn move, you know, and
yeah.
It gives you basically, well, I know what my opponent's gonna do. The question is like, which Pokemon are they going to use it on? And usually you can calculate that pretty fast. But with the max moves now, Fly can be used to, what is it? Max Airstream, I think it's called. Max Airstream, it can be used to boost speed, and that's very, very scary. And I don't think you want to see that in front of you. And it has Iron Tail as well, so that's another thing you have to be careful of, because it can raise defense. So, and then the last Pokemon is just like a typical support Pokemon, such as like Tapu Fini here, for example, Muddy Water, Moonblast, Taunt, and Protect. And I think the best way to actually go along with this is we're gonna take that specific team, I suppose, on like a doubles match. Now, whether we win or lose, it doesn't really matter. I guess we learned something either way, because you can go over like what you did wrong, in like the battle itself. So yeah, we're gonna go on a ranked one. Now, to be fair, I'm already in Master Ball tier, so I might lose more than win, because yeah, that's gonna be a fun thing. Oh yeah, look at that standing. That's atrocious. But anyways, we're going to go to this team, and quite frankly, kind of want to change the team up at some point, but I don't know when. So.
Thanks to Brandon.
Shut up. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. Okay. An opposing trainer is
actually say.
Okay, so we're going up against another pretty low ranked player. So they have this pretty interesting team: Whimsicott, Thundurus, Tapu Fini, Regirock, Heatran, and Urshifu. So the first thing I want to think of is like, which lead of mine would invalidate a lot of their Pokemon. So say for example, if I led Landorus and Thundurus, that would invalidate their Regirock, Heatran, somewhat of Urshifu, Tapu Fini, a little bit of Thundurus, and Whimsicott. But you gotta remember, the Thundurus may have Defiant, so maybe perhaps Tapu Fini and maybe even Incineroar and Thundurus might be something you could do. But I'm gonna say honestly, Tapu Fini has to be like one of the Pokemon that I bring. As for another one, I don't really know. I'm gonna... This is really hard for me too. This is probably one of the hardest parts in doubles. What do I bring? I'm gonna bring Tapu Fini Thundurus, and I'm gonna have Landorus and I guess Heatran in the back, because that deals with a lot of Pokemon. I would bring Cresselia if it didn't have such a bad matchup against like a lot of the Pokemon on that side. Which, to be fair, it did have a nice matchup against Whimsicott, so it could Tailwind, but yeah. Anyways, so what are you gonna go with? It might be Whimsicott that's leading, actually. Yeah, and Thundurus. Okay, so that's kind of not the best lead, personally. You definitely could. This team is full of shinies, by the way.
I really like shiny Whimsicott.
Okay, now, if you can't tell here, we're in a bit of a problem.
Yeah, tricky situation.
Yeah, because what is he gonna do?
Personally, I'd say that it would probably go to Whimsicott would attack Tapu Fini because of the type advantage.
But what about Thundurus? Thundurus would do the same, no? Here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be a very nuclear approach, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Dynamax and Steel Spike the Whimsicott. Is you're going to head out? Because here's the thing, the reason why I want to Steel Spike is because obviously Steel Spike, it boosts defense. I'm gonna see what this Thundurus is. I assume it's gonna be, because I feel like he let that because he thought I was gonna bring Landorus, and I am, but not in front. He's also, okay, so that's the thing I was a little scared of. He is probably gonna Dynamax Thundurus, and honestly, this thing's gonna hurt. This thing's gonna hurt, man. This thing is very much gonna hurt.
Yeah, especially the Tapu Fini. If it didn't protect... Did it protect? I forgot.
It did protect. But even so, it's still gonna take a lot of damage. So Whimsicott's gonna set up Tailwind. Taunt! Okay, alright. You know what? I thought you were gonna set up Tailwind for sure. And you go for Max Lightning on Thundurus.
Oh, I didn't even realize you guys were battling. I was so busy with the other stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're playing TF2 out of all
That's
things.
weird. Yeah, because
hey,
the reason
TF2 is a good game, alright?
Okay, that is Focus Sash, isn't it? Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. The reason why they went on Thundurus is because I guess they had a strange feeling that I would probably swap out of Tapu Fini here. I'm still not gonna swap because I do have this strange feeling that they're gonna they might go for Tapu Fini here. But I don't see it happening. I'm still gonna go for Muddy Water. But I'm gonna go for Max Airstream. It's probably not the best play that you could do. I'm not that great at double battles if you can't tell. Okay, Tailwind is coming out. So I think something's dying here. Something's dying here for sure. Max Lightning, I imagine it's on the... Oh, it's still on the Thundurus. Okay. And guess what it was? Jeez, I wonder what it could be.
Well, that hurt.
Yeah, that definitely hurts, but at the very least, we get a Muddy Water off, so that's very nice.
Okay, there goes the...
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can send out Heatran here. Because they have one more turn of Dynamax. I don't think, because I feel like they would see me going into Landorus here, I guess. But I don't... Because you didn't receive any... You're a physical one, so I don't think you're gonna really go for... Yeah, I can't swap, obviously, because like otherwise this thing will get a Defiant Boost, and it'll definitely knock out Tapu Fini. So I think my best bet is to just stay in and go for Moonblast on you. I'm not the best at this, okay? Just to clarify, I'm definitely not the best at this.
You're way better than me.
Yeah,
I
but...
say that for a fact.
I guess so. I probably could have done better with like the selection of Pokemon that I had, so maybe I could have led with Cress. Okay, so you go for Max Knuckle. Okay. They're probably thinking like, why isn't this guy switching? Oh my gosh. Like, why isn't he switching with this? Okay, so yeah, that's definitely gone. Which is unfortunate. Which is very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I guess, to be fair, we do take out the Urshifu, so that's nice. Okay. So now the problem is still this Thundurus. It's gonna not be Dynamax anymore, but we do give it, unfortunately, a Defiant Boost. We do unfortunately give it a Defiant Boost. The Great Friend? Ah, yeah, this kind of it. This kind of it. That's kind of it, because here I am giving it the Defiant Boost. Wait for it. There it is. Okay, so basically this is kind of a lose-lose situation, but the way I see it, yeah, it's pretty much that. I don't think I can do anything. I don't think I can do anything here. My best bet is just go for Rock Slide. Oh, but here's another thing. Here's another thing you could do. What you could do, I guess, in this scenario is that you could see if you can read your opponent. So I have this strange feeling that they're still not going to go for Tapu Fini. That's what I should have gone for, actually. I have this feeling that they wouldn't have gone for Tapu Fini and instead target Landorus instead, because obviously they see Landorus as the bigger threat. It's pretty obvious that Tapu Fini is going to protect here. So... You know, it's pretty obvious that Tapu Fini would protect in this situation. So I think something I should have done is try a Muddy Water anyways. So yeah, let's see what they do. They protect, obviously. I think what they're gonna do is, oh! Or? Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, yeah. Okay, something huge that could happen here is I land a Rock Slide. Oh my god. Yo, I could still win this. I could still win this. Especially if I get a flinch here. Do I flinch?
This is
Dude,
boring.
Rock Slide is the best move in the game. Rock Slide's the best move in the game. Rock Slide's the best move in the game. Oh my god. Alright, now all I have to do is just target down this Regirock because there's nothing else that I can really do. The only thing I guess is taunt. They DC, there we go. Alright, so what started off as a
I want Brandon to lose.
Oh, okay. But what started off as a really bad matchup suddenly decided like, hey, I'm gonna throw at the very last turn. Because what they could have done, obviously, they could have read the fact that I was going for why would you go for superpower in that why would you do that? Can I not see the team? I guess not. But yeah, it's pretty much that. I guess I don't know, it's weird. Some people do some weird decisions, you know?
Yeah.
But other times like you can do that. Like in that situation there, you could obviously read that maybe it wasn't very safe to protect with Tapu Fini because Landorus could have been easily double targeted there. And you saw that the Thundurus had like all the time in the world to like do whatever move it wanted to. So it could play the mind game of either Thunderbolting or I guess Wild Charging Tapu Fini or using like a powerful move on Landorus. I don't know what that powerful move would be, but I guess Superpower was theirs in their opinion. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what else to do. That Tapu Fini, like them ignoring the Tapu Fini, I guess was a really bad part on their end. So yeah, I guess actually what's my ranking right now? I'm curious. I'm just gonna go on really quick. I think, yeah, let me just update my rank really quick. So yeah, this was a really fun video to do. We had some singles, we had some doubles, we had some trivia, and we even did one battle where we did a VGC thing, and we actually did pull out a win somehow. So yeah. Anyways, I guess that's gonna be the end of today's lesson. Question mark?
Teaching Lisa.
I know, right? Anyways, I'm gonna head out now. So yeah, it's pretty much my bedtime now. So anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out to this video, and thank you, Mr. BrandonPlaysStuff. For fuck's sake. Thank you guys for coming out to this video. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to share your support, hit that like button down below for making me a thumbs up. And I don't really care, but if you do, subscribe because it really helps on my channel. Apparently, Kendo wants you to join the Discord server, and if you don't, then I don't know what's gonna happen. But
I'll bonk you on the head.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.